We expect that in every situation, there are going to be a little pregame jitters. You're going to maybe feel a little excitement, maybe even a little nervousness. Your hands might be sweaty when you get in there. You might be thinking, I wonder what I'm going to do after school. Or you might be thinking, oh, I hope I do really well on this test. But whatever you're thinking, it's always normal to just feel how you feel. You know, it's totally expected that before a person goes into a big game, they're going to feel a little nervous. Then when the game starts, then those jitters tend to go away, and then you're just doing the thing. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to expect, first of all, if they're jitters, they're jitters. One thing you can do about that, I'll tell you right now. You can stop whatever you're doing and just look around a little bit. You can just look around, even if you want to do it right now. Look around, see what's around. Are there other of your friends around? Teacher's probably up there. You're seeing a video of me talking to you. What is around? Take a second, just check that out. You can do that during the test, you know, as long as you're not looking at somebody else's test. So look around, take a little break when you need it. If you're a little activated, if you're thinking, oh man, I don't know what to do, then I stop, I look around for a second. When I do and I see what I see out there, I listen a little bit. An easier breath comes and then I start again. See, it's not all one long thing. All that test is broken down into little pieces. There's one question, there's one paragraph, there's one word, there's one sentence. It's all just small moments, and we can take a break in the midst of it. That's one of your keys to being less nervous and continuing on to finish the whole thing. For every game that you play, for every goal that you want to score, everybody practices a little bit. Here's something that you can do at home to practice. This might sound a little funny, it might sound a little weird, but I try it and then see what works. So I take a pencil at home and I get a piece of paper and I draw circles on it, maybe 10 circles. And then I say to myself, go! And then I fill in the first circle. And then inside, as soon as I finish filling that circle, I say, yeah, I did it. And then I go to the next circle and I fill that in. I go, yeah, I did it. You know what? By the time you finish 10 of those, you will have told yourself 10 times, yeah, I did it. And you did. It's a way of really supporting yourself. You can do that every time in the test if you want. Every time you fill in a circle, yeah, I did it. And by the time you get through, you will have finished and you will have done it. I've been asked to say a little bit about how to feel powerful in this kind of situation. So let's take the worst case scenario. Let's take the case of getting into the test and being in your underwear. Well, no, maybe that's too bad. Let's think of a different scenario. Let's think of a scenario where you go in there and it's like, oh, what's the answer? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the answer is. I'm gonna just stop. And then when I stop, I think, boy, what I'd really like right now is to have a piece of chewing gum. And so I imagine myself, just for a moment, having a piece of chewing gum. It's pretty good. It's great, my favorite kind. What I'm doing is I'm just imagining something different. I'm taking another break. So one of the things that you can do to feel powerful is to let yourself feel not powerful at first. It's like, oh, I have all these thoughts, I have all of these ideas about how it's not going to work. I do that, and then I say, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do now? And it could be anything. It could be like go for a walk, and I just, in my mind, go for a second down the stairs of the front of the school. Or I say, what I want to do now is I want to go to the lunchroom. Well, maybe not to the lunchroom. But in any case, I might want to go to my locker. I might want to go out to the soccer field. And for just a second, if I'm feeling not powerful, I let myself freak out and then I go, hey, where would I rather be? And then I go in my mind just for a second to where that is. Now, what that does for your body is really different. It actually changes the chemistry in the brain, the chemistry in the body, and it gives you that shift that can change everything in the moment. And then, coming back to my goal, I'm going to fill out more of these bubbles, and I'm going to be more successful, and I'm going to win at finishing this test. there's a lot of emphasis put on these tests. But you know what? It's only a short amount of time. It's only a small amount of time in the day that you're going to spend on this. So I would just, when you get done with a thing, you've said all those times, I've done it, I did it, I was successful. And then when it's done, as soon as you walk out of the room, I would just forget completely about it and just go about your day. You're free after that. And you can just let it go at that point and just enjoy your whatever there is to enjoy. You're going to be going home, you're going to be playing, you're going to be seeing your friends. And I would even try to forget that another test may come up the next day. And when you walk in, then you're fresh. It's like it's starting over. Because really, every moment is another moment to start over, right? There's no present like this present. And your job, in a way, is just to let things happen in the moment, right? So when the test comes, you're there for that. When it's done, and you're on to the next thing, right? The reason that's so important is because this is a small part of your life, right? We believe in you as a person, in who your dreams are and what your dreams are, and your steps toward taking that are many, many steps. So I hope you'll enjoy each of them, let go of the ones that haven't worked for you, and now just embrace the next one where you have the possibility of competing, winning, and being the person you are.